जरूर आएंगे सर।
Now I would invite Professor Dilip Sharma, Dean Student Welfare and
Shri O.P. Sani ji, Ashutosh Dikshit ji, President MNIT JAR, Shri Shrikant Gupta, Secretary MNIT JAR, Rajiv Surana, Dr. Pawan Kalla, distinguished alumni, deans, HODs, senior faculty members, Professor P.C. Gupta ji, staff members, students, guests, and Silver Jubilee Batch alumni. I welcome you all to the Silver Jubilee felicitation of 1991 pass out batch. It's time to say goodbye to 2016. We all know another few days 2016 will be over. This year might have been same as other years for many of us, but for 1991 pass out batch, this year has a great significance in their life, as they have completed 25 years of graduation from this institute. These 25 years might have involved a lot of ups and downs in your life, but by now, you are what you intended to be. And nothing can be as nostalgic as coming back to your alma mater after such a long period of 25 years. So friends, I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of MNIT, welcome you all to your alma mater. This institute has also grown over past 25 years. If you remember, from being an affiliated college of Rajasthan University to become an autonomous institute of national importance. From around 1,500 students in all, we are having more than 5,000 students registered in the campus right now. From 5 engineering branches, we are having more than a dozen departments. From students living in 90-seated dormitory, hostels of 1,000 students capacity are there, Arvindo Hostel. We have renovated a much bigger air-conditioned library. The entire campus is Wi-Fi enabled with 2 Gbps lease lane. We are the first government institute to have initiated the process of having an international campus in this institute, which due to some reason got delayed, but it's going to come up very soon. Right now, more than 1,000 students are undergoing PG and PhD in this institute. So the number of students doing PG and PhD is much more than the number of students doing graduation those days. You can see how the changes have taken place in this institute. We have newly constructed administrative block, which is known as Prabha Bhavan, where you people gather today morning. It's totally operated through solar energy. We got world-class laboratories such as MRC, Tribology Lab, etc., etc. A Vivekanand Lecture Theatre complex which can house 6,500 students in one go is perhaps one of the largest in North India. The institute celebrated its Golden Jubilee in 2013. That means the institute is now more than 53 years old. Since last few years, we are having on an average more than 2 activities per day, and as a result, a lot of dignitaries have visited this institute. And as a result of all these developments as well as the visit of dignitaries, our institute had been recognized at several places. This institute last year was MNIT Jaipur has been ranked 23rd overall in the country by Shimago Institute ranking for the worldwide ranking. And friends, we are much ahead of even IIT Guwahati, which was ranked 32 and IIT Roorkee ranked 30. You can see. And in this ranking, the research laboratories were also included. That means when combining all academic institutions as well as research institute, we ranked 23rd. But if you see academic institution, our number was ranked 9th. Just few days back, Director Professor Arif Uday Kumar told me that there was another ranking by Google, and as per that Google ranking, MNIT is ranked 4th NIT in the country right now. Grown to a height along with you people. So with all these words, I'd like to end today's
आदरणीय गुरुजन श्री पाठक साहब, प्रोफेसर उदय कुमार जी, डायरेक्टर साहब, मेरे बड़े भाई राकेश शर्मा जी, ओपी सैनी साहब, प्रोफेसर दिलीप जी, पवन जी, मेरे साथी श्रीकांत जी। पिछले 1.5 साल से एसोसिएशन में लिए हमारी जो बॉडी काम कर रही है, मैं थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में बतलाना चाहूँगा। मतलब प्रयास की और काफ़ी सफलता भी मिली है। हर एक तरह से ट्रेनिंग प्लेसमेंट्स में, जैसे पिछले 1.5 साल में हमने कम से कम 150-200 बच्चों को ट्रेनिंग अरेंज करवाई अपने तौर पे। 3 लाख रुपये के करीब हमने स्टूडेंट्स को स्कॉलरशिप दी जो नीडी स्टूडेंट्स थे। लगभग 5-6 बच्चों को 3 लाख के करीब स्कॉलरशिप, उनकी फी वगैरह जमा करवाई। 2 लाख रुपये इस दौरान कॉलेज को भी वेलफेयर के लिए भी हमने फंड में, वेलफेयर फंड में व्हील चेयर्स भी दी कुछ बच्चों को। एक 90 बैच के हमारे फिजिकली चैलेंज जो मित्र हैं, वो एक इंटरनेशनल टूर्नामेंट में खेलने जाना चाहते थे। उनका भी आने जाने का खर्चा एसोसिएशन ने सपोर्ट किया उनको। कुछ हमारे मित्र जो बीमारी में फाइनेंशियली टूटे हुए थे, उनको भी एसोसिएशन ने आप लोगों के सहयोग से लगभग 5 लाख रुपए की आर्थिक सहायता दी। और सबसे ज़्यादा जो इम्पोर्टेंट और जो ये 2 दिन में हमारी जो मीट हो रही है, इसका जो सबसे सुखद पहलू है, अभी 4 दिन पहले ही हमने एक स्टूडेंट एंड एलुमनी वेलफेयर फंड खोला था। उसके लिए एक बिल्कुल अलग अकाउंट बनाया और मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी के साथ बता सकता हूँ कि कल 15 मिनट में उसमें 12-13 लाख रुपये हमारे पास हमारे साथियों ने, मित्रों ने दिए। आप सभी लोगों से मेरी अपील है कि कम से कम एक दिन, हमने पूरी डिटेल्स दे रखी है अकाउंट की, कम से कम एक दिन की इनकम हर एक एलुमनी यदि दे दे तो हमारे 20,000 एलुमनी हैं। मैं सोचता हूँ हमारे पास इतना पैसा हो जाएगा कि केवल उसके इंटरेस्ट से ही बच्चों को ज़रूरत पड़ने पर एलुमनी को भी और कॉलेज के लिए कुछ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में हम सपोर्ट कर सकेंगे। तो ये रिक्वेस्ट मैं खास तौर से कर रहा हूँ कि कम से कम एक दिन की इनकम आप अपने उस अकाउंट में अपना जो है, और उस अकाउंट को मैं आपको ये भी बता दूँ, उसके लिए एक अलग से कमेटी बना रहे हैं जिसमें जो कुछ हमारे सम्मानित सीनियर एलुमनी होंगे और कुछ जो सबसे बड़े डोनर्स होंगे, वो कमेटी ही उस अकाउंट को मेंटेन करेगी। वही कमेटी डिसाइड करेगी कि उस पैसे को कहाँ खर्च करना है, कहाँ नहीं करना है। और आगे भी ये एसोसिएशन इसी ढंग से अच्छे से काम करती रहेगी। इसी के साथ एक प्लानिंग और भी है इस बात को कि अभी तक जैसे अपने एग्जीक्यूटिव बॉडीज के जो इलेक्शन होते हैं वो जयपुर के होकर रह जाते हैं, तो मेरी आप लोगों से, क्योंकि आप जो ऑल ओवर इंडिया रेड से आए हुए सब लोग हैं, हम इस बार कोशिश करेंगे कि जो बॉडी के इलेक्शन हो उसमें ग्लोबलाइजेशन हो। बंगलोर वाले बंदे भी अपना एग्जीक्यूटिव बॉडी के लिए मेंबर चुने, कैलकाटा वाले को चुने, तो हम सब आप लोगों को डेट वगैरह ऑलमोस्ट जनवरी में करने कर देंगे। तो मेरी ये भी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि सब लोग उसमें इंटरेस्ट लें, जिससे कि एसोसिएशन बहुत ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा काम कर सके। और अब ये जो मेरा बहुत ही प्यारा सा बैच बैठा हुआ है 91 का, 6 महीने से ये लोग मेरे साथ काम कर रहे हैं। मैं इनको बहुत बहुत शुभकामना दे रहा हूँ, बहुत बहुत स्वागत इनका, इनके परिवारों का स्वागत यहाँ पे। थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, sir. Now to address us all, I would like to invite OP Saini, IS, also the convener of 2016, to address us all.
Respected faculty, 91 बैच जो सिल्वर जुबली मनाने जा रहे हैं, और सभी अन्य आगंतुक वाले,
Yesterday we had the similar session in which we had senior alumni, Golden Jubilee batch, 71 pass out. So they are 20 years senior. Most of them have already retired, and whereas you must be, in contrast, at the peak of your career. So you have got different attitude about your life, about your service, about your family responsibilities. Yesterday we had, during lunch time, on the table we had good discussion. We had Professor Rai Singhani was there. We had our alumni who is professor in IIT Kanpur, Dr. Agarwal, Avinash Agarwal. Then we had faculty from MNIT, and it came out that there is a case for having a relook at the whole scenario of technical education in the country. Why I'm raising here is I find that there is disconnect between the industry and the technical institutions. Now, many of you are coming from private sector, of course from public sector also. You are having different kind of experiences. So I'll request the director sir and also the president of our alumni association, also Rakesh Sharmaji. He has been spearheading this whole all the activities of association, that we must invite alumni as guest lecturer. So there is connect between what is being done in academic classes and what is happening in the field. And I think this should become a regular exercise. Now another thing which is important is there is a total paradigm shift. The younger generation now, I was talking to some young people the other day. I was surprised to know that now young people don't want their own house, they don't want their own car. Maybe for practical reasons, because there is no parking space in the market also and in the house also. But then there are alternates available. There are very good online taxi services. Then they are also not thinking of having their own house. Whereas in our time, maybe your time also, it was a dream that you get job, you get married, you have your family, you have your house, you have your car, right? Those were the things. But now why this is really happening? Another thing is, I was talking to some saint. He was saying that when you talk to a corrupt minister or a corrupt official public servant, he will very coolly say, I have done this for my family. I have done this for my children. What is wrong in that? So we are really, if you compare our situation with Western world, there your boy or your girl has passed out 10th or passed out 12th. He is no more a burden on the parents. After passing school, if one has to go to the college, he has to earn. She has to earn. That is similarly, now the younger people are saying to their parents, it is your money, I don't want your money. I'll have my money, I'll earn my money. That is one thing which has happened. Another thing is, the other day I was in western part of Jaipur city, and I was surprised There were IITians. They have started this what do you call Pani Patasa Thela startup. That's the kind of startup. Very hygienic, with gloves. Everything is covered, no makia, and it's little different. Then all of you here, that now many young boys and girls, they are not after packages. They are after, they want to solve the real problems of the country, the real problems of rural India. And many of them are now, you will find, many IITians, many IIM, they are now in, say, agriculture marketing. How can vegetables be brought from the farmer's field to the consumer in least time, so that with quality, with no transportation losses. Now, similarly, the other day, somebody in Patna, he did something, he put a, what do you call this cold storage type small container, where this rickshaw wala can keep it, and he can also keep some mineral water bottles, so that he can earn extra. So these innovative things are coming, these new ideas are coming, and now young people, of course, they have to be there in the Silver Valley in the United States. They have to be there. They have to be at the most places of most sophisticated technology, wherever it is in the world, and they are there. But at the same time, some of them have also are reflecting, and they are thinking that what is happening to my country, what is happening to Bharat, what is happening to my rural India. And I will therefore request the Alumni Association and the alumni to give a thought to this and think in a free. You see, sometimes in government I have experienced, Rakesh Sharma ji has more experience than me. Of course, now he is out from that closed container called Secretariat, and he is now in OTS, where there is open air like this. So now he can think in a better way. In fact, what happens in government is, you see, there was a minister, he was giving speech at different functions, and there was a secretary who used to accompany him on important occasions. So every time minister delivers a speech, this bureaucrat will say, "Sir, you spoke very well. Sir, your speech was brilliant." So one day this minister said, "Mr. Secretary, I am delivering the same speech at every place, and you are saying brilliant." So the secretary says, "Sir, I am also repeating the same things. You spoke very well." So I am not saying there is no creativity, there is no thinking, there is no mood chintan in government, but there is scope. Still we are lacking. We have seen governments after governments, last 30, 35 years, maybe in 77 also we were instrumental in change of government. The young generation was there after the emergency. So we have seen that scenario. Every government works for winning the next election, and the result is it loses the election. And every government, every politician, I tell them that you try to win the election, you don't follow the policies which are required to be followed, and you end up with nothing. So my request is that, say, national technical policy is one. You see where we have failed. I was in Malaysia and Singapore for a month, few years back. I was really surprised to see that after 10th and 12th, everybody can't go to college. सबको BA करने की जरूरत नहीं है. सबको BA करने की जरूरत नहीं है. They go to vocational education as a policy. We have not done it. We have large number of them in Rajasthan University. We have large number of them in many education institutions, and our manpower, technical manpower is missing. So that link is missing. So I think there is a case for that. Similarly, research work. Yesterday also we discussed that alumni can associate with the students here and take up some research projects. So I will end here and congratulate this 91 batch for completing 25 years. It must be, some of them must be meeting after so many years, and you must be recalling the day when you entered this institution. This is a great, great institution, and I can only say that we have to really reflect, we have to really think that how we can keep active connection. Ashutosh has several schemes for that, and I think we will discuss many of them in the time to come. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय भारत, भारत माता की.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us all your experience. Now, to address us all, I would like to invite Shri Rajiv Surana ji, Silver Jubilee Batch Coordinator, 1991 Pass Out Batch, to come on the stage.
Good morning, friends, and good morning, respected sir. एक साल पहले जब 90 बैच की सिल्वर जुबली हुई थी, मैं पिछले कई सालों से लगातार सिल्वर जुबली बैचेस के साथ जुड़ा हुआ हूँ. केवल दिमाग में यही था कि वो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं और हमें किस तरह से करना है जो कि हम टेक केयर कर सकें. तो लास्ट ईयर जब सिल्वर जुबली बैच हुआ और उसमें सबसे डिफिकल्ट टास्क जो था वो था कि डाटा कलेक्शन कैसे हो. तो जब एक से एक कड़ियाँ जोड़नी शुरू करी तो हमारे बैच के 270 अप्रॉक्स स्ट्रेंथ थी. उसमें से हम फाइनली 245 स्टूडेंट्स की इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर कर पाए और उनसे कांटेक्ट कर पाए, टच कर पाए हमने. अनफॉर्चुनेटली 7 हमारे बैचमेट जो आज हमारे बीच में मौजूद नहीं हैं, बट उनमें से शायद 1 या 2 के फैमिली मेंबर्स आज हमारे बीच में उपस्थित हैं. हमने कोशिश करी थी सातों के फैमिली मेंबर्स यहाँ आए और वो देखें ये नज़ारा कि हम उनके अपने साथी के बिछड़ने से क्या मिस कर रहे हैं, बट उनकी अपनी कुछ पारिवारिक समस्याएं ऐसी थी जिस वजह से और लोग नहीं आ पाए. बट उनमें से कुछ लोगों ने पॉजिटिव रिस्पॉन्स दिया और वो आज हमारे बीच में है यहाँ पर. तो फाइनली जब कड़ियाँ जुड़ती चली गई तो लोगों का इतना पॉजिटिव रिस्पॉन्स आया और लास्ट 1 साल से जिससे भी बात कर रहे थे वो इतना इंथुसियास्ट था इस मीटिंग के लिए कि 25 साल बाद जबकि हम एक दूसरे के चेहरे भी ऑलमोस्ट भूल चुके थे, पर मिलने का जज्बा सब में था. और धीरे धीरे जब होता गया तो लास्ट के 2 महीने में इस मुहिम को काफ़ी तेज़ी से आगे बढ़ाया और मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी और आईटी का यूज़ करते हुए कई व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बनाए ब्रांच वाइज, और उस तरह से उस पर रेगुलर कॉलेज की कुछ पिक्चर्स, पुराने फोटोग्राफ्स लोगों ने अपने खजाने में से ढूंढ के निकाले और पोस्ट करने लगे. तो उससे लोगों में जुनून बढ़ता चला गया और उसका ये नतीजा हुआ कि जो हम 10 दिन पहले तक करीब 125 के फिगर पर थे, वो फाइनली 155 लोग आज एलुमनी हमारे बीच में मौजूद हैं. और मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि कुछ लोग जो कल हमारे साथ में थे, शायद 5 से 10 लोग वो आज और जुड़ सकते हैं. वो किसी वजह से कल नहीं आ पा रहे थे, उनके कुछ अपने प्रायर कमिटमेंट थे. तो जब ग्रुप बढ़ता चला गया तो लास्ट मोमेंट पे कई लोगों ने ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिस ना करने के वजह से लास्ट मोमेंट पे अपने पूरे दूसरे प्रोग्राम चेंज करके और यहाँ पर प्रेजेंस करिए. आई एम वेरी मच थैंकफुल टू ऑल who all the way come from US, Australia, Middle East, Oman, Dubai, all over the world. Actually this success is their success क्योंकि उनके बिना ये प्रोग्राम सक्सेसफुल नहीं हो सकता था. रियली अप्रिशिएटेड देयर एफर्ट कि उन्होंने इतनी दूरी से आकर और इस प्रोग्राम को चाहे वो एक दिन के लिए पर्टिकुलरली यहाँ पर आए, बट द मेड इट द सक्सेस ऑफ दिस प्रोग्राम इज देयर प्रेजेंस ओनली. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
It includes all the beautiful memories and changes that have taken place in these years. And I request all the dignitaries on the dais to launch the 4th edition of Alumni Times.